I came from New York City to live the Maine life. I was hired to design outdoor footwear.
I live the Maine life. We're looking for college grads, so come get your check.
I came from Venezuela to live the Maine life. I opened my own restaurant.
Learn more about hundreds of Maine jobs and our tax program for college grads at liveandworkinmaine.com.
Coming up on this week's episode.
We do things that no other seed company has ever done, and we do it really well.
Nitro cold brew is the future of iced coffee.
It's not a big money-making operation.
Are these like your little babies?
Yeah, they kind of are.
This is your Maine life?
This is it. This is my Maine life.
Flies are burning bright. Follow the sweet sounds into the twilight. Rocking chairs on a summer's night. We may never wake up again.
And this week at MYRO Studios, we are hearing the music of the Mallett Brothers Band.
Hi everyone, I'm Erin O'Valley, my co-host Kevin Oates, and you're watching MaineLife.
An echo of an echo is the semblance of a sound. And I press and I've waited with my ear upon the ground. Oh, lover, I'll see you there, waiting in the willows with your autumn hair. Oh, lover, I'll see you there after many miles.
Hi everyone, we are here at our home MYRO Studios in downtown Portland. Kevin, how are you?
I'm awesome. It's June in Maine, and it means we're getting to the summertime.
And you are wearing a pop of color.
I'm popping some color today, why not, you know?
Kind of match. Didn't even plan it. All right, this episode we start on the road in Albion, Maine, where we meet some of the folks over at Johnny's Selected Seeds, a great company, a great Maine company. And then over to South China, where we meet Ron Reed of Ron Reed's Unusuals in Vintage Furniture.
Oh, that sounds incredible.
He is, quite the character. Excited for you to meet him. And then lastly, speaking of vintage, Vagabond Coffee.
Yeah, and so it's a antique milk truck turned into coffee on wheels, basically.
Yeah, if you like coffee, try to find him. He's everywhere.
You can't miss it. It's amazing. And then this week, we are hearing one of our main favorite bands, the Mallett Brothers. We are excited to have them on the show.
You're crushing the lineup, my friend.
Listen, it's Maine music. It does it itself. It's all great music here in the state of Maine. So we're excited to hear some tunes from them. Take a listen.
Look me up when you can. You can count me a friend. We could tell an old story about the times it began. And further on down the road, you need help with your load. Yeah, feel free to ring if you need anything. Guess we slipped off the sun, left us coming unglued, left us holding our tongues till the night moves through. And it's hard to believe we were being deceived, but the moon tells us lies.
We are proud to support Maine businesses. Not only are they our customers, they are the lifeblood of our state. Whether they're entrepreneurs who have come here to try to grow a business and make a life, or whether they've been in a 6th-generation business in Maine, we're proud of them all.
Hey everyone, it is a beautiful day here at Johnny's Selected Seeds in Albion, Maine. In this week's business segment, we get to tour the 45-acre research farm and learn more about the exciting opportunities this company provides its employees.
Johnny's is a very unique company in the fact that we do things that no other seed company has ever done. We not only breed, we sell to large commercial growers, we sell to medium-sized commercial growers, and home gardeners. No other seed company does all of that, and we do it really well.
Here at Johnny's, we really focus on supporting local food systems and helping communities feed one another.
A company that's striving to improve communities, to help people feed each other, that's something that I think will continue to inspire me. It's something precious about what we do here at Johnny's.
It's also a really special piece of land. It used to be the only place the company was operating, and since then we've expanded, but still have this as kind of the heart of everything that we do at the company.
I relocated here to Maine from Oklahoma, and I really appreciate Maine for the natural beauty that we have here in this state. Every season in Maine has its own character. You have access to the great outdoors, you have access to incredible seafood, to an incredible coastline, and there's a reason why they call it vacation land.
The people who work here are incredibly hardworking and incredibly passionate, and I'm really excited every day to come and see my colleagues.
I really appreciate the size of Johnny's. It's a 200 employee company. I just feel like what we do is very unique in this market.
It's always felt as though our company was run by the employees. The employees really have built this company.
So Johnny's is part of the ESOP family. Explain to our friends watching what that means.
It means you own part of the company. I own shares, and those shares are mine. And when I retire, I can take 20% of that for 5 years, and I'll have a lot more money than I ever thought I would. Some of the younger people here possibly could become millionaires by working at Johnny's.
So when are you hiring?
Right now. We have lots of openings, actually. It's a family. It's really, you care about your fellow employees, you get to know them intimately. It's a great place.
Hi, I'm Jim. I guess I'm just looking for the ideal partner. I love being out in the wild, taking the road less traveled. I want someone who gets along with my friends, someone I can really share my life with. I guess I'm just looking for someone I can really connect with. Hi, I'm Jim. Nice to meet you.
It's your car. Find it at Quirk.
If you're looking for something unique or unusual, you'll be sure to find it here in South China, Maine. In this week's Places and Spaces, we meet Ron Reed, owner of Ron Reed's Unusuals and Vintage Furniture.
It's a good job, especially with kids. I've raised 2 families, so it's not a big money-making operation.
But you love it.
Love it. This is a mall for, 75 years ago or something, Huzzy's General Store would have all this stuff in it, probably. Automotive stuff has been very, very popular. Old kitchen-type stuff. Like things like this, they call this a trencher bowl, that they used to do cabbage and different things in. I mean, it's just, handmade bowl.
How old do you think?
Oh, it's hard to say. Probably 100 years old.
No way.
This is the musical instrument department.
The musical instrument department.
It's not really that enticing, but there's a nice harpsichord. What do they call it? Harpsichord, is that what it is?
What's your best seller?
Signs, probably. A #1 seller is signs, and I sell an awful lot of signs. You're not in this business for as long as I have if you don't really like dealing with the old stuff, because most of it's made pretty well.
Yeah.
A lot of things that were even homemade is made so well. Like I think this is probably a homemade desk, but it was really made pretty well.
An old wedding album? That's cool.
That's someone's wedding album, yeah.
You don't even know who they are?
I don't.
That's so neat. Wow. I wonder if they're looking for it.
Well, we should go up the upstairs too, probably for a minute.
Oh, jeez. What department do we call this?
This is cool though. Look at this thing here. Don't you need a cannon?
Yeah, who doesn't?
Lawn?
Who doesn't?
When I was on vacation last winter, I had a vintage suitcase like that,
Oh,
and
so
you'd be
cool.
surprised how many flight attendants and people like that said, "Cool vintage luggage." I said, "Really?" I had one just like this one here. It's a little bit smaller.
I love it.
The cool vintage luggage. This is the political room,
Just when you thought.
and good for you know. If you want to argue politics, I'm happy to do that.
We're in this room.
But I generally tell people I'm not fond of either party.
Well,
And it works better that way for me. Best part of this business is people come in I don't know, and I just start to tease them immediately. Just get them going, you know.
a lot of conversation starters.
And it's so easy to get people talking. It's so much fun. It's a pretty good spot to be hanging around.
This is your MaineLife?
This is it. This is my main life. It's been this way for 40 years. It's been pretty good. I don't have too many complaints.
Many of us wake up and start our day with a really good, strong cup of coffee, and Will Hardy here, owner of Vagabond Coffee Car, is your guy. And Will, I'd say you're pretty easy to find.
Thank you.
You stand out. This beauty, tell us a little bit about her.
This is a 1949 International Harvester, and I got it down off of an old guy in Pennsylvania. And it's kind of a neat, funky old little rig. Yeah.
So when you bought her, was your vision for the coffee car?
Yeah, I had the idea in my head for a few years, and I was kind of waiting for the right time to do it. And the time came, so I kind of scrambled and found this, and it's been an interesting foray.
3 months now.
3 months
into
in.
business.
3 months in, yeah.
Left your former job to grow with this trend. How's it been so far?
It's been
Busy
great.
summer?
It's been great. This has been a really awesome transition, and my office window is fantastic.
Not bad.
And people really love coffee, and they love the car.
Conversation starter, I'm sure, too.
It does, yeah. It catches attention, and they got to come over and they go, what is this? What's going on? Nitro cold brew is the future of iced coffee. And when you cold brew something, you're taking the coffee grounds and you are soaking them overnight in cold water. And when you do that, you are extracting the coffee instead of like just cooking it into submission. And when you do that, you get to keep all the oils, and you keep all the sugars, and twice as much caffeine per cup too. So you get a lot smoother, a lot bolder cup of coffee, and it really makes a higher quality cup. So that's cold brew, but then the next step is nitrogen. So for a person like me who's mobile, I need to take my coffee with me. I don't really have many facilities to make coffee. So what we do is we make it ahead of time. I'm partnered with Noble Coffee. They're out of Seacoast, New Hampshire, and they make nitro cold brew. And after they make the cold brew, they keg it and they pressurize it with nitrogen. So behind my walls here, I got about 6 kegs full of coffee. And I just run it on a tap. It's run just like beer. If you've ever had like a Guinness or a nitro porter, the nitro coffee kind of tastes the same. It's a head on it, it's creamy, it's smooth, it's bold. It's the future. We do have a lot of other options. We have regular coffee, we have the iced teas, we do our signature thing we do is we do a nitro cold brew float. So I take a cup and I put a whole bunch of ice cream in it and I pour nitro cold brew all over it. And it's pretty awesome, especially when it's hot out. A nice like cold brew float.
And so what are you going to do for the winter time?
In the wintertime, well, through the fall, we do different events and we have all the hot options, and there's an ice rink in Kennebunk, and they are looking for some hot options for all the skaters, and so we'll be there.
So a few more months here on the Eastern Prom and then head down south?
Yeah, feeling out. I'm still brand new, so I'm kind of feeling out where, what works.
And this week on Maine Tales, we are meeting our furry friend Rudy, who's about to get a sweet treat. Let's go! I think it's safe to say that Rudy would like to thank his mom, Linda from Lewiston, for spoiling him. And here on Maine Tales, we like to give a shout out to all our veterinarians. So Rudy would like to thank his doctors, Karen and Catherine over at Taylor Brook Animal Hospital in Auburn. If you would like your furry friend to be featured here on MaineLife, you can email us at info@mainlifemedia.com.
And we are hearing more music from the Mallett Brothers Band with a song off their newest album. Take a listen.
Roaring falls at Kingsley with Sherwood mighty force. St. Francis limpid waters down through your rapid course. Long have your rocky channels conveyed successive floods, unknown in poets' sandals, unseen by fate and God.
Time now to meet our Maine innovator and creator.
Here's this week's Game Changer.
We support Game Changers because it's the only outlet of its kind that seeks out and celebrates this kind of innovative and creative talent here in Maine.
Welcome back to Game Changers. I'm Jess Knox, your host. Today we're joined by one of our Game Changers from last year, Sam Mateosian, who's a trustee of the Maine Charitable Mechanics Hall. Sam, give us a little update on what you're working on in this new project that you guys are putting on.
The project that we're really excited about right now is called Maine Kids Code. It's an after-school program to teach middle school age kids about computer programming. You know, we've spent basically the past 6 to 8 months researching what's available in the area. So we've been talking to all of the different educational, institutions like Baxter Academy and King Middle School, and basically anybody that we could talk to find out what's actually going on, and found that there's a real need in the community for this kind of program. That age group doesn't have enough access to opportunities to learn how to code.
And so when you think about this project in the context of the work you do at the hall and the community you guys are trying to build, how does this particular program sort of add to that momentum that you're trying to do?
The organization was originally focused on artisans and craftsmen, and I think that code is sort of one of the modern crafts. So it sort of fits in that way. We've tied the organization to the modern makers movement. Being able to create digital stuff is one of the sort of cornerstones of the modern makers process. I mean, we just think that coding is one of those sort of essential skills for the future.
It's like a superpower in some ways, right?
Yeah, I mean, I remember being young and discovering how to manipulate technology and learn how to code, and it was like discovering alchemy or something like that. It was like, oh, here's this magical skill that can change the world in interesting ways, and that was really powerful. And we're seeing kids come to us who have that interest and have that passion, but don't have enough access to further their skills.
It sounds like a great program. If people want to find out more information about it, either to support the effort or to get their kids involved, where do they go?
Yeah, it's there's a website, mainekidscode.org, and that has the initial information about the program, and you can sign up to get more information as we create it.
Great. Sounds like it's going to be a great program. Thanks for coming.
Yeah, you're welcome. Thank you.
Today our special guest comes from the Portland Press Herald, features reporter Ray Routhier. Ray, happy to have you and to be the interviewer to interview you.
Thank you, it's nice to be here.
Change.
Yeah, it's different for me, that's for sure.
It's great, and you've had the opportunity most recently to interview two gentlemen from Portland doing really big things, Bob Ludwig and Adam Ayen. Kind of tell our audience a little bit about them, should they not be aware and familiar of who they are.
Well, Bob Ludwig especially is sort of the best known mastering engineer probably in all of pop music for the last 30 or 40 years. Bob has been doing this for so long and is so good at it that everybody from Eric Clapton to Bruce Springsteen, they seek him out. And he's been in Portland for more than 20 years. And even though he's not in Los Angeles and New York, which are the two sort of centers of recording, people seek him out and they send their recordings to him because he's so good. 18 years ago, he took on an associate, Adam Ann, who also does really high-level mastering work. So he also is very sought out.
Ray, you've been doing this interviewing and writing for 24 years. You've met so many people. What was it about these two gentlemen that stood out to you over the years, and especially maybe in this interview?
I think it's that they're so humble and almost sort of blasé about what they do, when most of us would be so excited to think that we're going to work with Bruce Springsteen or Elton John or somebody like that. And they do it so matter-of-factly. And yet they have these incredible stories about things that they've done with these guys.
This interview happened at Maine Voices Live, an event that is put on by the Portland Press Herald down at 1 Longfellow Square. So we're now going to check in and listen to some of your interview.
This is one of those lunchtime stories, right, with Bruce, where he decided to leave and go over to Lens because he didn't get to see it when they were filming for that documentary, which was before my time at Gateway. And he came back and started to tell us about how he walked in, and the first thing Len said to him was, "Bruce Springsteen's been to my store before." And Bruce looked at him and said, "Really, the boss? You're kidding?" And proceeded to have a conversation with him. And as you said, the way Bruce is like a poet, a storyteller, he told this story so wonderfully to us up in our lounge that he never ever let on who he was and had a conversation with Len. Let Len brag about being in Bruce's movie. Then Bruce said his goodbyes and came back and told us the story.
Thank you, Ray, for coming in and sharing that story with us. The interview, again, was at 1 Longfellow Square. Don't forget to check out the next Maine Voices Live coming up on June 6th at 1 Longfellow Square with Zachary Fowler. And before we wrap, we're going to hear one more song from the Mallett Brothers. Thank you guys for coming in. Thank you for coordinating.
Of course, and they have shows coming up June 17th at Rockport Opera House, June 30th at Port City Music Hall, and you can find their newest album, The Falling of the Pines, available everywhere. Thanks so much, guys.
1, 2, 1.
Humanity, long live the song, and long live the drinking and the dancing on and on. Long live your uncle, long live me now, long live this Saturday night just soaring through the air. With the French Canadian girls in there. Canadian music's alright by me. And long live the Tocqueville, and long live Thoreau, and long live Jack Kerouac and Montesquieu, and long live Evangeline, and long live the Pope, and long live Putin. Canadian girls and that French Canadian music's